Welcome to NNDAQ. Visit NNDAQ.com, the world's first name-based exchange. Every name has a value. Trade it. Trade name shares of personal names, national names, cities, and organizations. Once signed in, your default role is general user, which does not include elevated roles such as national authority, local regional bank, or NNDAQ admin. As a general user, you have access to the general user and entity manager roles only. You will not have permissions for national authority, local regional bank, or NNDAQ admin functions. Under the Access Control page, many tabs and features will appear disabled, as they require elevated role permissions. As a general user, you can do two things on the Access Control page. 1. Create a Class P, personal entity, for your own personal name asset trading. 2. Create other entity types that are designated as open, meaning no special authorization is required. Note, you will not be able to create entity types that require auth authorization. For full details, refer to the NID Name ID System NID Lists page, which shows which entity classes and categories are available to general users. Only a limited set of entity classes and categories can be created under General User Permissions. Click Entity Registration, Signed In User, from the left sidebar under the Access Control page. Regardless of your role, each signed-in user may create their own personal entity, limited to one personal entity per user account. Note, users with elevated roles, such as national authority or local regional bank, can update the country and category fields for other entities, but only within their own country. For example, a national authority or local regional bank based in the United States may only assign entities to United States. They are not permitted to assign entities to other countries. For a complete description of all role permissions, please visit the Account Roles page under About NNDAQ. The detailed role structure will be further developed through future discussions with national authorities and local regional banks. Create your entity, enter the sequence number, entity name, abbreviation, and localized name. These fields can be updated at any time via the Entity Portal, so feel free to proceed and edit later if needed. After saving, your entity has been successfully created. Now visit the Entity Portal page. This is your entity list page. You may notice that your entity does not appear yet. This is because you have not yet assigned a manager to the entity. Return to Entity Registration, Signed In User, in the left sidebar under the Access Control page. Click the Assign Manager button. A pop-up window will appear, allowing you to assign a manager by username. We recommend assigning yourself. Simply click your own username. You may also assign any other username to serve as a co-manager of your entity. You can now see the assigned manager for your entity. Note, only the entity creator can add or remove managers. Each assigned manager can manage the entity on your behalf. You may delete your entity at any time. However, if any trade records, buy-sell transactions, exist under the entity, deletion will not be permitted. In short, you can freely delete and recreate an entity as long as no trades have been made under it. Visit the Entity Portal page, your Entity List page. Your entity should now be visible. This page displays all entities for which you have been assigned as a manager. For example, if you manage 5 entities, all 5 will be listed here. Click the sequence number link or the manager username link to access the entity's public or private profile page, depending on the entity's visibility settings. Then, click the Trading button on the right. At the top of the trading page, you can see the entity name and its NID, indicating which entity you are currently managing. Return to the entity list. Click Back to Previous Page. You can switch between virtual trading and live trading. Each entity automatically receives one virtual trading account and one live trading account. Currently, NNDAQ provides virtual trading only. Live trading is not yet available. Under the Entity Info tab, you can update entity information and set the entity's public profile visibility to public or private. Each entity on NNDAQ supports individual visibility settings. Entity information can be made public or kept private, and is accessible via 2 permanent URL formats. One URL format is by 12-digit sequence number. Other URL format is by NID format. These permanent URLs allow each entity to maintain a publicly accessible identity page on the platform, serving as an official listing reference for the name asset. Go to the Dashboard tab. You will see that your virtual trading account balance is currently 0. Don't worry. Simply click the Deposit Virtual Cash button to add simulated funds. After clicking Deposit Virtual Cash, your available cash balance will be updated to $1,000 simulated. You do not yet have any shares to trade, don't worry. Simply click the Issue Initial Shares button to generate your starting shares. Your portfolio has now been updated. If you visit the home page, you may notice you are not yet shown on the real-time ticker. This means your IPO is not yet complete. Scroll down on the dashboard page. You still need to publicly list your shares. By default, the number of shares to list is set to 0, meaning no buying or selling can occur yet. For initial testing, we recommend setting this to a small number, such as 5 or 10. In this example, the number of shares to list has been set to 10. Visit the home page and check the real-time ticker. Congratulations! Your IPO is now complete. Your entity is live and visible on the ticker. Return to the dashboard in the Entity Portal. Here you can view a full summary of your entity's shares. Total market refers to the total market capitalization of your entity. For example, with 1,000 shares at $1 per share, the total market capitalization is $1,000, simulated. No of shares listed shows how many shares are currently available for public trading. 10 in this example. The second row shows your current holdings, the shares you personally hold, which is separate from the market. Cap figure. Go to the Trading tab. Click the Trade button. Below the Trade button, you can see the current trading limit SADFACE max by 0, max L, 10, meaning you can currently buy a maximum of 0 shares and sell a maximum of 10 shares. Your maximum buy and sell quantities are always limited by the number of publicly listed shares and your current holdings. Click Trade to proceed. A pop-up window will appear for buying and selling. Enter your desired quantity within the displayed limits, max by 0, max L, 10. For example, you can sell 1 share at a price of your choosing. You are free to enter any price you wish. When finished, close the pop-up by clicking the X button at the top right. To buy another entity's shares, go to the Trade tab and scroll down. Search for the entity by name, then click the Search button. Once you locate the entity, click the Trade button. Try purchasing 1 share to see how it works. Now go to the Trade History tab. Here you can view all your past and pending transactions. For pending transactions, a Cancel button will appear, allowing you to cancel the order before it is filled, completed. In the TX Transaction ID column, click the copy icon on the right side of the TX ID to copy it. The TX ID is in UUID format. Click Advanced Trade History. Paste the TX ID you copied from the Trade History tab into the search field. You can now view the full details of your transaction, including which entity fulfilled the order. The Advanced Trade History is particularly useful for analyzing complex multi-party transactions. For example, if you sell 2 shares and entity A purchases 1 share while entity B purchases the other, this view allows you to trace each leg of the transaction separately. Thank you for watching. Visit NNDAQ.com. Every name has a value. Trade it.